Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
Time to catch up with my mate and broadcaster, John McBeth, who, of course, is at the Bowls tonight, and he's got Grant Nisbet with him as well. Boy, you two could get out and play, huh? Is it pairs?
Right, we're it's the Bowls 3-5, yeah. So it's a contest up here that is live on Sky, and we've got a selection of teams from around the country. They all went through, or some of them went through that national qualifying championship last year. And so there's been 2-3 new teams this year. You might remember last year Wood End Club in North Canterbury, which had Alec Wiley and his team playing. They got relegated. So we've brought in the Parajacks this year, the Hinawera Heat have come in from around Matamata area, and the Elmwood Saints from Christchurch. That's Gary Lawson's team. So they've joined the teams that were here last year, and they're playing at the New Lynn artificial surface covered green, and they've had 5 weeks of it so far, and I'm up here for last weekend and the next 4 or 5, so I'm looking forward to it.
Boys, are going that long, is it?
Yeah, it goes right through to the middle of December when they have the final.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so Gaz is there playing, is he?
Gaz, well, he's not tonight because he and a lot of the top bowlers are over in Australia. There's New Zealand men's and women's team, a development team, and the over 60s national team are over there playing in a competition at the moment. So Gaz is with that lot.
And I've watched it a little bit. I haven't watched it so much because I've moved to Otaki, and we didn't have television for about 10 days. We've only just got it in, so I haven't had a chance to watch it. But I did watch it last year, and it's a great format, isn't it? And it goes, it's slick.
Yeah, and a lot of some bowlers don't really rate it, but the idea of it really is to try and show non-bowlers of all ages the fact that bowls is accessible to all ages, and it can be fun, and it's not people of elder age wearing whites, playing a structured format of 21 ends that lasts all day. They watch people in coloured clothing. We've got, the Stokes Valley team, for example, has got 2 19-year-olds in their team. There are 70-year-olds playing as well, so it illustrates exactly what bowls, the appeal of bowls, and that it can be played by all ages. So no whites, coloured jacks. There's people sitting around socialising on the sidelines, having a beer or just supporting, and it's a quick game. So bowls 3-5, which means bowls triples, 3 players, 5 ends. It's all over very quickly.
Yeah, it is, and I could just about tell you who those 2 19 to 20-year-olds are. How do they sneak into there, I wonder?
Well, they're pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah.
Kurt, Finn and young Curtin, they're really good players from that Stokes Valley team, along with Blake Signal, who's in the New Zealand team. So that's a good squad. Shannon McElroy's here. He's not in Australia. He's on a sabbatical at the moment from New Zealand selection. So he'll be here tonight playing with his good team. And I think the first game tonight is the Stoke Thunder, that's McElroy, against Gary Lawson's Elmwood Saints team. So that'll be a pretty good one to watch at 7 o'clock. It's on Sky and up around channel 54 or 55 or something like that.
I'll have to have a look at it, I think. I'll have to have a look at it with all those guys there, and give them my regards every time you see them too, because I've met a lot of them, and they're great guys, and they can play a little bit too. I want to talk to you a bit about, I guess, Jamie Joseph. It's all... He's decided, and it must have been a hard call for him too, although you just don't know who's going to get the job anyway. But he's decided to stick with Japan, which I think is great for another 3 years.
Yeah, well, he's going to take them through to the next World Cup, isn't he? That's huge. I don't think anything was said about Tony Brown, but Tony Brown has indicated always that he'll stick with Jamie Joseph no matter what. But I think Tony goes off to the Highlanders, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Yeah, he does.
But when it comes to national stuff, I'm not sure. But anyway, for Jamie Joseph, caught me a bit by surprise. But clearly, Japanese rugby is absolutely desperate to make big steps now after the sensation of holding and hosting very successfully the Rugby World Cup. Of their team doing so well and knocking over two major teams in Ireland and Scotland. Joseph and Brown have been instrumental in doing that, and so they want them to stay, or Joseph to stay anyway, and take them up the next stage, because nothing much happened for Japan in the last, after the last World Cup, on the international scene. And then they get to the World Cup, they've got people interested, more youngsters are playing it at school, so they really need to keep the momentum going, Ron, and Jamie is the man for that, obviously.
Yeah, it is, and he'll make the mark for it too, and they will get to it. I just want, the All Blacks' tragic wasteland, says Mark Reason. The casualty rate among All Black wings is becoming a national disgrace. They're falling over everywhere.
Oh, I don't know what he means by that. I know, Ben Smith is now gone and Rico Ioane didn't fire. So you talk about our wings.
Yep.
Did you? Yeah. I don't know what point's he coming from.
No, I don't know. I haven't read it. I should have, really. And then I could have told you.
That would have been an idea.
Yeah, it would have been an idea, but that's all right.
Because, when you look at, Sevu Reece and... there you go. That's advanced age catching up on me. Bridge, they played pretty well. We've got those two that we've mentioned, but Ben Smith's gone, but Rico Ioane now moving into midfield for the Blues. I think you've got to have wings now who are big and good under the high ball and can finish, and I think we'll find some around, but I'll have to read his article and see where he's coming from. Yeah, because quite often, I do agree with Mark Reason. He writes some thoroughly interesting, well thought out and investigative articles, which we don't see much of in New Zealand.
No, he doesn't. We don't, and he does well. Okay, you two, enjoy yourself, won't you? I'll catch you later.
Will do. Okay, cheers, Ron.
Okay, that's John McBeth with us here on the beach.
106.3 Beach FM.